Texas and New Mexico today reported 38 more measles cases.
That brings the nationwide total this year to more than 300, which is already more than the number for all of last year.
The CDC also reports that in the past year, there have been 70 cases of bird flu and 1 death.
On the farm, it has been devastating, not only for poultry, but cows. Here's Dr. Jon LaPook.
Tyler Ribeiro, a fourth-generation dairy farmer, woke up to a world turned upside down.
I went to bed at 11 o'clock at night, and by the morning, we were in the middle of it.
In just 2 weeks last September, bird flu ripped through the fourth-generation farmer's herd of 1,500 cows. Dozens died.
They were sick. The ears were down. They weren't hungry. And I was up against a force that I really didn't know how to fight.
California has more than 1,100 dairy farms. 2/3 experienced an outbreak caused by a deadly virus that, for the first time, spread from poultry and wild birds to cows, then from cow to cow. A leading suspect is contaminated milking machines.
I love these animals.
Dr. Michael Payne is a veterinarian at the University of California, Davis.
The spillover of avian influenza, bird flu, into cattle has never occurred before. It's a new disease.
While human infections are rare, 38 people in California, nearly all of them work with cattle, have been diagnosed with mild bird flu. But now a different strain that has caused more severe illness is circulating widely in North American wild birds and spilling over into poultry.
Some scientists have said to me they are very concerned that we're getting closer and closer to that virus mutating to a point where it could spread more easily from human to human.
Yeah, understandably, our public health colleagues are concerned additional mutations will occur in this version of the virus or other versions of the virus that will allow it to be easily transmitted from one person to another.
Part of our added biosecurity.
To prevent transmission, Ribeiro's farm in Tulare is taking precautions. Last month, we visited the farm after it had come out of quarantine. We had to dip our shoes in bleach before entering.
The last time I did something like this was during the cholera epidemic in Haiti.
Workers wearing aprons and gloves spray down the equipment and the cows' udders to prevent contamination.
This milk is tested for anything and everything.
He showed us around his facility where cows are milked 3 times daily. Normally, they produce more than 17,000 gallons of milk each day. But when they were sick, output dropped more than 10%.
When you look around at these healthy animals now, the quarantine's been lifted. What do you think?
We made it. We made it.
And Dr. LaPook joins us now. We're glad for him that he made it, but we know there are other cases across the country.
Yeah, well, today the CDC told me there are 70 cases in humans in the United States, mostly mild. Sadly, 1 person did die, but there's no wide-scale testing, so we really don't know how many people have gotten it without knowing it.
Remind me why cows are so important to this flu story.
Right. Well, birds are one thing, but cows are mammals, which genetically are a lot closer to humans. And in fact, it turns out that there are dozens of species of mammals that have been already infected with bird flu. And the fear is that there will be a mutation or some other genetic change that will make it easier for bird flu to be transmitted from person to person, for example, through the air like regular flu or COVID. To be clear, that has not happened yet, but that's the fear.
So with all this in mind, what is being done about it, Doc?
Well, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is taking this very seriously and has a multi-pronged attack, including increased biosecurity and some research. What's not clear is to what extent they're in support of the development of new vaccines, including a vaccine against bird flu for cows.
Dr. Jon LaPook. Thanks, John.